Maybe this is it because I swapped it out. I don't know. Let's see.
The killer is you.
Does it work?
With bag in hand, Chihiro headed. She made her way to the locker room. But how could the victim?
It worked. It worked. Okay.
Simple. Because she was really a he.
So that's dumb. The two icons looked almost exactly the same. One she's holding the card, one she's swiping it on the door. You're supposed to know the difference between the two? That's stupid.
Which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
There we go.
It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet, then removing the bloody poster,
Yep.
and finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course, but this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl.
Aha!
After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch.
Yeah, to try to disguise the gender.
That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated.
Why did he do this?
So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime.
What a fucking weirdo.
He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook.
And he did.
And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out.
Aha!
Isn't that right, Mondo Orada?
Damn. Caught the fuck out.
Wait! No! This can't be right! Where's your evidence? Yeah! Where's your evidence? You need evidence! You need proof! Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
Evidence that Mondo is the killer and already revealed itself earlier in the trial. If I can show there's Mondo's handbook where it is right now, once I do that, everything will become clear. Bullet time battle. Talk a little bit about fever time and nega time. Oh my god! During a bullet time battle, if you press the R1 button, fever time activates, the tempo is forced to its max. Even if you push buttons at random, you won't miss. You can push X square, however you want to destroy opponent's verbal assault. This only lasts until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible use of your time. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got to access special time, so now there's nega time. If the opponent activates nega time, your tempo marker disappears, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you're able to activate fever time, Never mind, I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent won't use Negatai. Okay. Now, by the way, I know how to do this a little bit better because someone explained it to me.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False.
Oh, there we go. This is how you do it.
Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you.
It's working.
False. Show me some evidence.
I did it. I destroyed him. Final strike.
Show me some evidence.
The Broken Knee Handbook.
This
Boom.
should prove it.
You got it. So you gotta go between X and triangle, but only do it to the beat.
Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Oh, he's gonna admit it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's gonna admit it, and what happened?
I killed him.
Why, though? Why the fuck did he do it? So weird. Final results of A. Nice. Damn, 80 medals. Cool.
Bro,
Ah!
what are you saying?
What's a mistrial?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up.
What the hell
Go
happened?
ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait, hold on.
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank. Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
He's done.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
He's done. He is freaking done. It's Mondo, 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 Mondo. Guilty as sin.
What?
This time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaka was Mondo Owada.
Unbelievable.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
What
Why
is
are you
this?
apologizing? Why? Why'd you do it?
Now then.
Looks like Mondo's taking a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually,
The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. But for anyone else who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the circle button to fast forward. Now I actually want to hear it. What happened? There was once a young boy. His name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak even though you're a boy. He heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide it and buried himself further and further into the weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen this as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear, instead it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak, 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 weak.
Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fate. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it could be the end. The hardened shell would crack and the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma would have sent him spiraling into despair, and yet...
I'm sorry.
I didn't really want to talk about it right now. Yeah, I remember. I don't want to leave the things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay, I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action, And so, that day he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. The person he went to...
that's right.
It was me. Yup, it sure was. The biker gang fellow had been painfully clear about how importantly his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration, and he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that. So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he made to Chihiro. Huh? What did he... You mean, why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think that was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep a secret?
Because
if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity. So, he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and sealing his handbook, see? Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed? Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? Why did you? Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed. What? Let me guess, Mondo's gay.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone?
You're wrong.
It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, the secret he didn't want anyone to know?
Hey,
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Oh. Okay. That's not what I thought. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble, but the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Awada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, he'd grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, #1 in the gang, and his #2, his younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy, but when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take the gang over from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other gang members, which is why... I gotta get stronger than Daya. Just one time, no matter once, I gotta win.
Fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes, I gotta come out on top. And on the night of this amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic, but suddenly... Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry. Of course he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey, kid, the rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Because it's the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother, he could never admit to anyone it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who'd bested his big brother. Daya was going to lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I just...
Strong. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely, hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, and at that point it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death and all the guilt I've been carrying around would have been for nothing, so that's why After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of funny uneasiness and just started swirling around. I never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, the funny uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach, and it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. Right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
Because, I mean, you kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would... You're right,
I want
but...
to change.
I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong it can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
Piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret? I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness and to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I never had, so I was jealous of him, and that jealousy broke me. Are you making fun of me? I'm strong? Are you fucking with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear someone starting to creak. Something inside my head. What do you want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back and let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why'd you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I
just
wanted to...
Yeah, I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right, I am strong. Strong, I'm strong. Strong. Stronger than you.
Son of a
and
bitch.
stronger than Daya. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet covered in blood. I had a dumbbell in my hand and I was just staring at him down on the ground. I killed him.
I killed Chihiro.
Wow, that is a really lame reason to kill him, by the way.
After all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
He was normally so aggressive and so angry, he hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in his heart, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? Because I sure don't. You bastard. Just shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead, say that again, I dare you.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want, is what I want to say, but unfortunately I can't do that right now because the time for punishing is fast approaching.
Kid me.
Execution time!
Well now.
That's what I promised you, right? The blackened that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
All right. Wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Oh boy.
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made.
Oops, from one man to another. I pressed it too early. Here it comes. Mondo has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Motorcycle. A motorcycle race to the death. Just like his brother. The Cage of Death. Oh, of course he escaped. Oh boy. Oh, he'll electrocute him? Well, how would that work? He's on a bike with tires. He was on rubber tires. How would that have killed him? Huh? Mondo butter, 2 times the fat. I'm confused of how that killed him. I am really confused. At least the first death made sense. You're pummeled to death brutally with balls until your body's liquefied. I don't even understand how he died. Love and death, your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be, my brother. Another murder, another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. Ugh. As Taka's sad screams evaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again, but of course he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game?
What is this?
You're completely insane, you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead, do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do, because this is a game of life or death. I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except that I just don't understand why. Why do you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm and emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual. So you ignored the nighttime rule too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
Well...
So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed, but if it had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed at night at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene. But damn, man, if we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. Byakuya turned and looked me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment. Once I do decide to become blackened, I now know who I have to watch out for.
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Well, we're done listening to your story. Moving on. There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
I'm up next.
You...
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is why? Do you like them? You know this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment and despair is my gift to my mankind itself. You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
Damn.
What do you mean? 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 Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me.
Ooh.
Ah, the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship. Shut up, I never stooped to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this, after I've achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you, understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Tagami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up.
Ooh, so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper, temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Oh my god. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom and the curtain closed in the case of Chihiro and Mondo, but I knew that wasn't the end. The killing would soon continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell and more of a future than us. All our courage, our effort, and our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying,
The hell's this?
this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it.
Was he talking about a girl killing someone? No girl killed anyone yet.
Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part.
Who's he talking to, the serial killer?
You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right?
Huh.
Well, no biggie.
He's talking to one of us through a plant.
Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay?
Huh.
After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
One of them is a plant. There's one thing I'd like to ask
As long
you.
as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student I mean.
Whew. My, you really took me by surprise there.
Huh.
I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole.
So there's a 16th student involved that's not in it yet.
And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Huh. Weird. So there's one kid who's an insider working for Monokuma, and then there's gonna be a 16th student at some point. My god. Down to 10. Well, certainly some interesting twists going on here in this game. Holy shit. I got the crazy diamond present. And it's let's save the game. Holy shit. And I got a trophy, 2 of a kind. Damn.